Okay, cool. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and transplant jalapeno and serrano pepper. So I've already pulled it back. There's my plastic that I had down there. It's just garbage bag, and it keeps my soil moist. So, and that's how it keeps my plants vibrant. So definitely want to do that. So here's what I'm gonna do again. I know it's like big face. Sorry. I'm gonna dig up this ground. I'm gonna put them from here to about here. I'm gonna put two different other plants. So I'm thinking about spacing them since these are kind of angled. Put one here and put one here. And then I got some tomatoes, but I think I'm gonna put my tomatoes over there by the other ones. We'll see. Dang, check out my yard. It's all jacked up. Anyway, I got kids. Alright, so stay in touch. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put the soil down so that way I can see it. It's nothing different than what I did before. So dig it. I'll be back. Cool. So I went ahead and dug it up. Here's what I got. See it over there? Okay, I'll show you there. So I got my compost. Awesome. And I bought mine at the store. So you can make your own. Buy mine at the store. Here's the plot. See it? Nice looking dirt right next to these plants. There's gonna be one right there. Oh, one right there. One right there. And one right there. So now I gotta add this to it. And I think I'm gonna add some topsoil to it. And if y'all never added topsoil to anything, this is just what I'm using. That's it. Nothing special. This stupid topsoil. It's regular old soil. But what I do is I take the soil and I put it through this screen that I have. See the screen? And it removes all the bark pieces and junk that's in it. And it just puts a little bit extra earth in the ground. And it works really well. I'll show you how that's done. So all I did was I bought a roll of this garbage. And it stuck me because it's wire. And it makes you bleed and it sucks. But you buy a roll of that wire and then you cut it out. And I made a square out of it. And you can put borders like wood or something on it. I just left mine as regular wire square thing. And well, it works. So dig it. All you gotta do is take this, put it in there. Alright, so let's see if I can do this with one hand. So you take it, put some in there. Right, see it? There we go. And then there's the stuff. Right? Alright, so then you gotta take it and you gotta sift it. So let's see if we can do that. Panning for gold. But instead of finding gold, you find this garbage. Sucks. But that's what I don't want inside of my stuff. So this goes by. Throw that over there. I don't want it. And you're left with this. It's good soil. Right? So they try to cheap you out, but then you cheat them. So you do that a couple of times, and then you add your compost. Compost you don't have to mix, or you want the sticks, they still carry nutrients. I like compost. Compost is great. You can see it's all dark. Put the compost in there like that, and then you take your shovel. I'm gonna put more soil in it. That's not all the soil I'm gonna use. This is just for the show. And then you just take it and you turn it, and you keep doing that till it's all a homogeneous mixture. And it's all one. Is that what you missed what I mean? It's all one. And after that, my serrano pepper and my jalapeno will be in there. I'm gonna plant jalapeno by jalapeno, and the serrano's gonna go on the edge. I'll let you see in a minute. There it is. That's my first hole. And here's the jalapeno. It's all crooked. So when I plant it, I actually want to plant it so that it's sticking up. I don't want it crooked anymore. So I'm gonna stick the roots down in there, and I'm gonna position it like I want it, and hopefully it could grow straight, or it'll start growing straight. I could spike it if I need to, but hey, don't really want to. Anyway, let me get that done, and then I'll go on to the next one. Cool, so there it is. It's in the ground. You can see I covered up all that brown. I put it all the way up to this leaf here. You can rewind, go to the other video and see exactly where that leaf was, but I put about that much underground, I think it was. So, that root ball was very big, and I covered it. It has great compost and soil and stuff in there. It's going to enjoy that. It's going to really take it in. I'm going to give it some fertilizer and stuff too on top, and it's going to fertilize that soil. And these jalapenos that are on here, man, I'd pull one off just right now, but I don't think they're gonna grow very much. I think they were dwarfed by that pot they were in. But hey, bright side, there's another one growing. It's getting another one, so this thing is still gonna have growth. I have new growth coming in under this stem right here. Let's see if I can get in there. You can check it out. There's new growth there. So I mean, this thing is gonna blow up. There's no doubt about it. I got new growth up at the top here. Now, Serrano. Alrighty now, a couple of things that you might find important. I've already put this together, and it looks like this. Alright, so I put the plastic down, right? There's plenty of soil up under there, because what's going to happen, I put a lot of soil in it. You see it's nice and fat. It's going to look like that. It's going to be all flat. What happens is all the soil is going to settle, and it's going to go down. I put compost in each hole. So there's a little bit of compost underneath, there's a little bit of compost surrounding it, just pure compost and dirt. And that's going to help rejuvenate the roots. What also helps them from going into shock, compost tea. You can see that in there, it's water. I've put compost in there. It's been sitting almost a day, 2 days. I refilled it, there's some more. It's a little bit weaker, however, it can't get too weak. I have this. This is my favorite stuff. Super Thrive. Stinks. But just a little bit of this added to that makes it super. So let's make this sucker super. So I'm gonna put it in here. And it's a drop per gallon. It's like 5 gallons, so I'll put that much. And it's gonna make the entire bucket of stuff stink like freaking whatever this smells like. It smells like vinegar or something. It smells funny. Kind of like it. Anyway. Got a little bit of compost left. I'm going to put it in my jar over there, make some more compost tea out of it. The Super Thrive is going to keep the the roots from going into shock. It's going to keep the roots looking really good. And it's going to keep the plant healthy. It's going to give it a lot of nourishment. Now, there's no fertilizer in that. So you got to use fertilizer with it. What it does is a lot of vitamins and mineral stuff that is good for the plant itself and good for the roots. It just helps root generation and growth. And if you're rooting, it's good to dip it in that than dip it in your rooting solution, or dip it in that and stick it in the ground. It'll grow a lot better. It keeps it from going into shock. You can even put it in a gallon of water, put a drop, 2 drops, and then soak the roots. Like take them out of the pots and put them in a pan or something full of that water. Let it soak it. Soak it for a good 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and let the roots get saturated with that stuff. And when you put it in the ground, you won't get the shock. You won't get the transplant shock. I don't soak it. I just put it in, and I transplant them and then water it with it. And I soak the ground with it. So the ground has it in it, so it's constantly drinking, and every time I water it, it's constantly going into the root system, and it's keeping that shock down. And tell me it doesn't work. That sucker works. Right? When I bought the plants, they were probably this big, brand new, and they're like that. These are maybe 3 weeks old. They're already fruiting, flowering like a mug. Look at the stem on this thing. If you haven't seen it, look at that stem, man. That stem is freaking huge. That plant is sturdy. It's not going nowhere. This one's a sturdy plant. This is actually 3 plants that were in one. It was a Bonnie pot. So there's 3 plants. So all 3 plants are growing side by side beautifully. So they're not overcrowded or nothing, and they're fruiting just like nobody's business. So I'll update it. I'll show you how these serrano peppers and these jalapenos come out. I think y'all be really surprised with the outcome of that. Again, compost tea, nothing but compost, and then you fill it with water, and you stir it. I already stirred it. I use my stick. Get in there, stir it real good, get it all mixed up, and I'm gonna water it with that. And it has a super thread in it. So, questions? Let me know. Hope you like my bed, and I'll keep you updated. Have a good day.